the final straw for me with everything was probably Keelan's death when he was away. And it's not just him dying because, you know, there's obviously upsides to even horrible things that happen. But I think what got me about his death overseas while he was in Los Angeles was just the way that he died, the horrible, violent way that he died. Because as you guys know, he's no longer with us. He went on holidays in LA, and just the violence that he experienced in his final moments is just something that I don't think I'll ever be able to process. And maybe that's not something that I should be able to process. It's not something that a normal person should be able to see. Because as you guys know, he was live streaming at the time of his death. He was in Skid Row antagonizing the homeless. But the homeless in LA are very different to the homeless in Australia, as he found out. You know, homeless people in Australia are like down on their luck. They could obviously there's problems, but for the most part, if you're homeless in Australia, you can get out of that situation because there are a lot of resources, lacking though they may be, that you can engage with, and you could come out of that situation. So a lot of the homeless people, there's a lot more hope in Australia, down on their luck as they are. Homeless people in America that I saw, there's no way out for you. If you get to that point, you're fucked forever. And also they're treated like it's your fault, which is a horrible way to treat poverty. Like sometimes bad things happen and you're unable to make money and, you know, things landslide. Next thing you know, you're on the street. But what Keelan didn't realize as he was antagonizing the homeless, as he usually does in Australia, is that they're a lot more dangerous and they have a lot more resentment to take out on people. And, you know, just the extreme poverty that those people have experienced, in many cases, the racism they've experienced, the trauma and you know, the mental health issues that go untreated, all of those horrible things that happen to people in that community, they took that out on him across the live stream, which went for 3 hours. And the things they did to him will haunt me forever, but also just the screams of pain and fear that Keelan let out during his last live stream is just something that is probably going to sit with me forever, and those that viewed it. I think you can still watch it on LiveLeak. It's still up there. It's you know what? Actually, it's worth watching. But I think what really got me, what really just made me just kind of want to stop doing comedy for a while were probably his last words. Because towards the end, you know, when they got bored and they're like, well, let's finish him off. This is getting boring now. He screamed for me. He screamed for me. So of course I was watching. I commented, "I'm not helping, dickhead." But then he started screaming for donations and for super chats and for people to donate to his live stream. And I saw that and I saw that he spent the last of his energy calling people that were watching but not donating poor, but then also calling the people that were just taking his life from him poor and laughing at them for being poor and telling them to donate to the live stream, even though obviously a lot of them had no phones. And I saw that and I just thought, how could I make anything funnier than that?